missing when I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit. It's some illuminated shit. Round we go, and never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day we search and digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. It's like round we go, and never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day we search and digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing when I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit. It's some illuminated shit. Round we go, and never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day we search and digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. It's like round we go, and never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day we search and digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing when I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit. It's some illuminated shit. Round we go, and never really find a place to breathe and call home. My seeds are in it, the journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit.
All right, mic check. I think we got a signal. Fantastic. Hope you are doing good at the end of the week today. Of course, it's the 22nd of December, 2025. Hope you've been having a decent, if not fantastic, winter solstice. Of course, that dropped on us yesterday on the 21st of December. And today, looky here what came across my desk. I said, all right, let me have a look. And if you're not up to speed with the fake home invasion concerning US rapper 6ix9ine, be sure to check my description. I did put out an earlier video, and that video is a full visual decode, all right? All in one place, if you know what I'm saying, right? Because you know how we do things around here. Sometimes I may put stuff on the community wall, and we do a breakdown that way. And of course, sometimes it will be just audio like it's going to be today. And of course, there are times when I do it the full Monty, the full cotton caboodle, all right? All in one place. But be sure to check that out if you haven't already. I'll give you a tiny smidge of what it consists of, showing and proving that, you know, it's definitely by the numbers, scripted bullshit. Again, we know there's an organic side, but I mean, what's the odds, man, with these people, with this happening, right? So before we get to the update with 6ix9ine, the rapper, they've caught the suspect. This is a couple of days ago. I'll just give you a quick 20-second brief if you're not up to speed, and for the rest, be sure to go in the description. Again, I already just put out a video, as I just said, so you're going to want to digest and marinate on that. But anyway, quick breakdown is, and again for the extras, be sure to watch that transmission. November 16th, which leaves 45 days of the year. It had a life lesson of 36. 11 and 16, 2 and 0, and 2 and 5 equals 36. Also, day numerology, 11 add 16 equals 27. 6ix9ine, real name Daniel Hernandez. Daniel equates to 45, 36, and 27. Right, so let's quickly get to this update here with the suspect called Pedro Roriguez, right? Pedro Roriguez. And they say the suspect is 19 years old. 19, yeah? They say the suspect is 19 years old. Make sure I got the right banner on, that would help. Fantastic. Right, so Pedro Roriguez, a 19-year-old, was arrested on December 20th, 2025, according to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. He was arrested in connection with a armed home invasion at rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine's Florida residence. Goes on to say Roriguez faces several charges, including armed home invasion with a firearm, false imprisonment, possession of marijuana with intent to sell or deliver. Authorities indicated that Roriguez is one of multiple suspects involved in the situation, yeah? Okay. Now, please note, Daniel Hernandez, aka 6ix9ine. Daniel Hernandez equates to 77. Pedro equals 77. Again, suspect Pedro Roriguez. Also note the word armed equals 41. You know, it was an armed robbery. It was a home invasion. Home equals 41. So armed 41, home 41, and the word robbery equals 41. Also note robbery equals 104 as well. Now, from the alleged date of the fake situation, it's 1 month, 0 weeks, and 4 days. So 104, much like the word robbery, which also equates to 41, yeah? Again, just like home and armed, right? It was an armed home robbery, yeah? Home invasion. So armed 41, home 41, robbery 41. The day he gets arrested for this alleged situation has a life lesson of 41. 12 at 20, 2 at 0, and 2 at 5 equals 41. Come on, man. Unbelievable. Rapper or rap? I think it's rapper. Rapper equals 34. It's 34 days since the alleged buffoonery at Tekashi 6ix9ine's residence, 16th of November. All right. Is rapper 46 as well? Hold on, let me quickly check this. Is rapper 46 as well? And 34. Hold up. Give me a moment here. Just going over to another tab. Quickly going over to the calculator. I'm pretty sure rapper's 46 and 34. Rapper 34. Excuse me. The rap 46. So rap 46. Rapper 34. And here we are, a story to do with a rapper. So again, robbery equals 104. Much like 1 month, 0 weeks, and 4 days from November 16th on the Sunday. This is when the alleged buffoonery took place. Again, on a day of a life lesson of 36. Daniel Hernandez, Daniel 36, Daniel 45. November 16th leaves 45 days of the year. Ritual equals 45 and 27. And of course, the day numerology, 11 and 16 equals 27. Unbelievable. All right, a story to do with a rapper. This is the day that this alleged suspect, Pedro Roriguez, gets arrested, the 20th of December, 2025. 34 days, again, rapper 34, right? 34 days from the alleged situation on Sunday, November 16th. And of course, you got 34 days, as I just said, and you've got 4 weeks and 6 days, right? Unbelievable. So again, rap and rapper, rap 46, rapper 34. Again, robbery 104, 1 month, 0 weeks, 4 days. All right. And again, robbery, home, and armed equals 41. The day that he gets allegedly arrested has a life lesson of 41. 12 at 20, 2 at 0, at 2 at 5 equals 41. And of course, you've got 77 numerology above that. 12 at 20, 20 at 25 equals 77. And of course, get my notes up here. Daniel Hernandez equals 77. Pedro, again, Pedro Roriguez, Pedro equals 77. I mean, it's just undeniable, isn't it? Again, Traplaw Ross. Oh, interesting. Traplaw Ross equals 77. I tried to see if he put something out. He might have mentioned it in a video, but he's not. As I said, I don't watch his stuff like that. So I don't know if he may have mentioned it within a different video that's not got it in the title or thumbnail or whatever. As I say, he may have mentioned it elsewhere. You know, I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on Instagram, and this type of stuff. But interestingly, Traplaw Ross equals 77. Wow. Charles Ross, that's his actual name. Charles Ross, 160, much like the day in question on the 16th of November. Again, I've already called him out, I've added him, I've left him, you know, probably about 5 messages, you know, a couple on his video, a couple on his community wall posts. Of course, tumbleweed and crickets. Again, he says it's not fake. Please do remember he recently had this English hip hop historian or journalist, whatever you want to call him, or culture vulture. He recently flew to Florida, went to 6ix9ine's house, and had an interview with 6ix9ine. So, you know. You know, I was gonna go for it, but I'm not gonna. I'll mention it, just so you know it's certified if I mention it. But basically, Jake Paul. Oh, somebody's in the chat. Oh, hello. Sorry, I was on a different tab. Yes, Callum. Happy winter solstice, man. Have a good season. Greetings and all of that. What's this one? Hey, did you see my video for 6ix9ine? If you go in the description of this video, if you didn't catch it, be sure to watch me body bag. We watch his reaction, Traplaw Ross, and I completely obliterate and body bag him by the numbers and prove that it was all staged and buffoonery concerning 6ix9ine. If you didn't hear what I just said, did you hear what? I don't know if you're up to speed. Did you hear what I just said with the day that it happened and the life lesson and all of that? Did you hear that? I don't mind quickly running that for you again. It will take me 10 seconds. Let me know. Put one in the chat if you didn't. If you want to know. Yeah, man. I call him. What do I call him? Crap more Ross. That's what I call him. Crap more Ross, mate. Traplaw Ross. I mean, here's a man that's got a tattoo of King Vaughn on his ankle. I mean, on his calf. Wow, that's crazy. But if you didn't catch it, I'll quickly say it. When it happened with 6ix9ine, it was on the day of a life lesson of 36. November 16th, leave 45 days of the year. Daniel Hernandez, aka 6ix9ine. Daniel equals 36. Again, 11 and 16, 2 and 0, and 2 and 5. That's the life lesson, as you know, that's very important. Equals 36 on a day leaving 45 days of the year. And the day numerology, 11 and 16, of course, is 27. Daniel equals 36, 45, and 27. Not to mention the rest, of course. For the rest, go and watch the video, and you'll get all the extras. But yeah, On November 16th is your birthday, all right. Happy belated and all of that, but rah. Yeah, man. These people. And as I say, if it's not for, I mean, you know the code. I don't have to, be a broken record again right now, but you know the play, right? You think people would be, how would I say, just that spark of intuition within them to be like, Raj, you know what? I'm not gonna have people bamboozled by this type of bullshit. Like, I've got integrity and blood, like shit like that. So it goes to show the morals and no integrity, no morals, no integrity that these people have to have a simple common courtesy for their subscribers, you know what I mean, so to speak, right? Or just somebody willy-nilly that's not a subscriber, so to speak, that's just stumbling into this video, don't know much about Trap Ross, but they're thinking he's covering it, and he's like, oh yeah, this is real, he's definitely not fake. And then I come along very easily and dispatch his nonsense in a nanosecond. Yo, come on. Know that I'm on about, look at me, listen to me as such. It's just the obvious domino effect, as you know, Callum. It should be simple. Each one teach one. It should be, wow, I'm not into, Bondi Beach, Australia. Have you seen See Through the Scripts? If you haven't seen that video, be sure to watch it. I just put it on the community wall post, I think yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Be sure to watch that video. See Through the Script on Bondi Beach situation. And it shows a guy, I can't remember his name, and he works. I can't remember, what is the exact work again? Because he's more than just a crisis actor, this guy, but he is magically at Hamas terrorism when that's going down, and then, I've just moved, I've only just been in Australia for so long, come to help out, the Jewish whatever, and he just happened to be on the beach. It was the guy in the news, if you saw him, and he had the heavily bandaged head and all the blood on his face. And many people know, once you've been seen to, they're going to wipe the blood off your face. Like, why is it all extra? He was even taking a selfie beforehand, before he even had the bandages. Just watch the video. But my point is, it's the same with a Netflix show called F.U. I'll check your comments in about 20 seconds. I'll just see your comments there. But if you saw, I left it in the same community wall post with See Through the Script. If you read what I wrote in the caption and you open it up and it says read more. If you didn't catch it, I've put my old video from 2 years ago with Netflix show called F.U F-A-U-D-I. And you've got two of the actors in there. Basically, it's the same situation that played at Hamas, right? But when the Hamas situation happened, you've got these two actors, you see them in the news, and the news is saying, oh yes, these actors from that show, Netflix F.U. So then I did the check, and I was like, oh my God, Netflix F.U equals 201, like State of Israel 201, Hamas terrorism 201, just order 201, and we know the sacred number equals 201, and all the significant, dub plates that go with that. So, right, let me read what you're saying now. It's an absolute joke. Again, somebody's into this video, again, let me just quickly disclose. Obviously, I'm not saying all scenarios are full-blown, and I'm not saying even the Australia one was a full-blown, all crisis actors, nobody got hurt or nothing like that. Yeah, but obviously I'm allowed to say or even second guess certain stuff, especially when we can go back to things like Post nightclub. The guy said he shot in his hand, nothing wrong with his hand. Let's get to the other one. I can't remember the name. I say we, me and other people followed a specific person, caught their Instagram that was supposedly involved, one of the people that got shot through the back, the backside, through the waist, R15. How comes there's no visual physical evidence of that? How do I know that? Because we caught him a couple of months after that fact of the Post nightclub, going down water slides at a theme park. Somebody's videoing him. If you see the comments, they're saying basically what I'm saying, like, what the fuck? Oh, you're a liar. You're a crisis actor scumbag. Helping the New World Order, blah, blah, blah. There ain't nothing wrong with his back, nothing wrong with the side, nothing wrong with the, coming run to his belly area. You know what I mean? If it went through, like, there's nothing wrong with him. Thought he was in a wheelchair the other month. What are you saying? You're already galloping around and gallivanting, yeah? You're sunning yourself. You got your crisis actor money. What are you saying? You're on the slip and slide on the water slide. But again, well, I'm obviously not saying all these scenarios is always full-blown packed of crisis actors. Obviously, sometimes there may be no crisis actors there. Other times there might be just a couple there. You know what I mean? To help maybe incentivize certain actions or whatever. You know what I mean? Somebody can do a specific thing and then, domino effect somebody else. Oh yes, let's do that. Whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Whether they start running or they might say to do a specific thing, they can, kind of control the crowd, if you know what I mean. Because once you're in fear and in anxiety, you know what I mean? Something, you might hear something or see something, you're like, right, let me follow what that person's doing. You know what I mean? But yeah, just for any of those, you know, those that don't use their brain, so to speak, you know, I'm not saying that it's full-blown crisis actors. All right. Now, what's this say here? Please don't. Oh, people don't care, bro. They don't question existence outside of the 9 to 5. Right, exactly. Outside of the 9 to 5. Facts. Since I've sat back and not cared, a couple of people woken up for themselves, in it, but people are gonna do it right. Exactly. People are gonna do what they're gonna do. Exactly, my friend. Can only say and do so much, you know. And once you get kind of seasoned in stuff, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Obviously, you don't entertain them all, you know what I mean? Or sometimes you're like, okay, you know, let me give a little pushback to what that person's saying. That's just, you know, just not on point or whatever. But anyway, bro, I'm telling you, man, crisis actors galore. I'm telling you, living it up. I'm telling you, rude boy, living it up. Facts. Yo, living it up, living it up, having a good time. He's living it up, living it up. Oh, got his crisis actor money. Oh, yeah, living it up, living it up. Oh, darling. I said he's living it up. Yeah, man. But yeah, I was gonna quickly say on the Jake Paul. I'm not gonna go into it all, but Jake Paul, there's some, because he came out the other day and he was wearing Hulkamania stuff, right? So obviously, you know, for those with brain cells, you're going to think extra, right? Is even coming out with, you know, how scripted is it, right? Because, you know, wrestling, not saying that you can't get injured in wrestling, but, you know, how it's played out and the narratives between fighters or wrestlers or whatever, you know, it's all bullshit. But I found it interesting that he came out in that. And the day that, what's his name, died, Hulk Hogan, he died. Right, let's put this up here. What's this one quickly? Bet that crisis actor money. It's good though, trust me. Sign an NDA, keep your mouth shut. You got a couple thousand, you're nice. People forget, nobody ain't chasing up. Only people like Audio Oracle, maybe Callum, you know what I mean? Zach, you know what I mean? There's not enough of us, you know what I mean? King Richard, you know what I'm saying? Simple Truth TV, Decoded with Cody, you know what I mean? There's not enough of us. You know? But yeah, imagine the night of the fight, it's got a perfect overlay, top to bottom with numerology, life lesson, top to bottom. So 76-40, 22-56, 20, 31-58. Perfect overlay, full snap, top to bottom, right? So again, this is the day that Hulk Hogan died. And again, just the other day, 19th of December, with the Joshua fight. And Jake Paul, he came out wearing Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan get up. Yeah, think about that. So what are the odds that you've got a perfect snap, top to bottom, numerology and life lesson? Again, 76, 40, 22, 56, 20, perfect, 31. Even a day numerology to say 31. Then you got 58. Yeah. Right, let me get to my next slide. Now, note from the birthday, from the fight, just for a fight, 19th on a Friday, December 2025, to next year for Hulk Hogan's anniversary for when he died, again, July 24th. It's 7 months and 5 days, or a span of 7 months, 6 days, right? Give me a moment here. Let me just get to my slides. And also note, keep that in your mind. That's 75 and 76. We're going to come to that. And remember, the day itself had a numerology of 76, yeah? Remember, it was snap, what we just spoke about top to bottom. But anywho, note from his birthday, August 11th, Hulk Hogan, Terry, whatever his last name is, can't remember, it's a kind of funky one. But anywho, it is from 2025, August 11th to the fight with Joshua, Jake Paul, 19th of December, is 4 months, 9 days, yeah? Give me a moment here. Now, his nickname, Hollywood Hogan, equals 75. Did we not just say 7 months and 5 days? Give me a moment here. I've got a couple. Terry equals 49. Yeah, that's Hulk Hogan's real name, birth name, right? Give me a moment here. We've done Hollywood Hogan. Trying to look for some more 49s. Terry 49. Sure, there's a couple more coming up. Maybe I'm just on the right slide. Give me a moment here. Next slide. Aye, Jake Joseph Paul 75. Yeah, the problem child. That's his nickname. 75. The problem child 75. Jake Joseph Paul 75. Hollywood Hogan. Again, think about Hollywood magic, you know, acting fake actors playing a role. Again, Jake Paul comes out wearing Hulkamaniac, Hulk Hogan stuff. And when he comes to fight Joshua, and look how we're looking at how it syncs up with the death of Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan's birthday. Come on. Again, where's the naysayers? Where are these people? Oh, your end is near. No, I'm fool. Your end is now, motherfucker, by default. Shut up. Yeah? Did you see the foolishness that you said with the towers the other day? 3 buildings, but only 2 were considered towers because 2 were only towers, not a building like Building 7, you buffoon. If you don't know what I'm on about, go find the video and the community wall post. Just did it yesterday or the day before. Anywho, so the problem child 75, Jake Joseph Paul 75, we've got 7 months, 6 days. Yeah? And Hollywood Hogan 75 as well. Alright. We've done the Terry 49. Again, we're looking at his death and his birthday. Jake Paul, without the middle name, 40 and 49. Jake Paul equals 49. Come on. Jake Paul equals 49. Yeah? Go figure. How you doing? Yuck mouth. Hope you're using the Yuck mouth 3000 power scrub cuts one, aka cunts dumb. We saying dot him out, boy. Were you there? Fool, you idiot. Oh, and watch this last stop play. I'm gonna come to your comment in one moment. The last piece I got for this, and I might do another decode that's waiting in the wings. I've already done the thumbnail, the one before this one, with the follow-up, the part 2 with the guy that died, the Coronation Street woman, and an actor son from Waterloo Road and other stuff he done. But there's extras, and it's showing you the same numbers with the shows that he was in. So I went more deeper in the shows that he was involved in, right? So I looked up more with the Waterloo Road, and he had one called, what was it called? It was to do with an old school band like the Beatles. I think they were an Australian band, and there was a show to do with the band. What's it called? That Friday Feeling? Something like that. I think they made a song that called that. They were called the Easy Beats. And you're going to see the same numbers that I already showed you. 200, this thing, that thing. Remember his name was 200. Then we had the 200 days in connection with the mum, his birthday, and his death. I mean, come on, man. Not to mention the rest. I mean, you know, I'm not going to waste my time even going to go over it. But, you know, if you caught that little bit, there you go. You know, what I haven't said, you know, I'm certified. You know, I'm not chatting shit. Anyway, watch this stuff right now. I'm going to get to the comments. Give me 20 seconds. 22. What was Hogan's name of one of his, you know, like the tag team he was in or whatever at the time? It was called NWO, right? And I'm pretty sure we all know what that means. If you don't know what that means, it absolutely represented, and definitely did, you can look it up. NWO, it wasn't, you know, different acronyms for something else. It meant New World Order. Yeah? And remember, before the Twin Towers came down, you had wrestlers like Hulk Hogan and other wrestlers, right? You had, who did you have? You had one called Demolition something. Not Legion of Doom, but I'm sure you had something called Demolition something. I can't remember what they were called. But then you had NWO, and they were all doing a lot of subliminal talks, you know, about buildings coming down and the demolition. Because it's all symbolism, and you don't know what's going on, obviously, right? This is how wicked these people are. Evil scumbags, bruv. So what am I about to say? New World Order, for those up to speed, you already know what I'm about to say. Those up to speed, you already know. New World Order equals 75. For the cherry on top. How you doing? Yeah? New World Order of fuckery. While you're wasting your time, regardless if his jaw got broke, right? My point is, whoever paid for that fight, I mean, you're the problem right there. Yeah, you are the problem. Right, what's this? Yeah, he done the weigh-in and started shouting Hogan quotes. Remember, his brother is a certified. Yeah, oh yeah, his brother's a wrestler. Oh my God, go on Decode. I need to finish watching it. I put up a recent stream yesterday as well, so be sure to watch these. See through the script, one that I put up to do with Bondi Breach. Be sure to watch that. And those that love good editing and, you know, sexy visuals, plus you're going to get the Gematrian at the end of the video, be sure to watch that 20-minute video. You need that one in your life, yeah? And be sure to read what I wrote in the caption with stuff that I already actually said in today's stream. I'm not going to say it again right now if you just joined. So just rewind the stream or go and read the caption and voila. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Decoding with Cody put out a great video yesterday as well to do with, was it Jake Paul? Yeah, it was Jake Paul, because I know what something from Gematrian _85. I know he did something the other day, but just be sure to watch it and you will see some amazing correlation again as well. What's this one here? Oh, I'm not sure. D Generation X, I'm not sure. Is that who you meant? Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I might be chatting shit. But I know it wasn't Legion of Doom. Probably if you find the ones I'm talking about, I remember one of them had quite the goatee and like a high top or a short high top or a flat top, a white guy, and he had like the police pattern and his get up was like old school police. Yeah, I remember him saying something, so it might be his team. And then, of course, you know, whoever else, you know, or with Hulk Hogan and whoever he was with. Talking to Mean Gene. You know, he had Mean Gene, you know, the guy that used to, you know, talk to the fighters and stuff. Shout out to Mean Gene. I remember my Mean Gene, you know. So again, 75 Problem Child, Joseph Paul 75. We've got that link to the death of Hulk Hogan. I think it was going to next year, 24th of July. I mean, give me a break. I mean, what are the odds of this? Hollywood Hogan equals 75. And then, of course, we spoke about the 49 with Jake Paul as well. And Terry equals 45. And I think that was with his birthday this year to the fight. Yeah? So with Anthony Joshua. So go figure. All right. Go figure. And look, Jake Paul 77. Wasn't it not Flight 77? Can't remember all the extra stuff. There might have been Latitude 77 and all that stuff as well. I know Zach don't play in other people with that one, but it kind of goes over my mind sometimes. I forget. But yeah, I'm sure it was Flight 77, right? That hit the first tower. Jake Paul equals 77. And remember, Scripted Sports equals 201. Yeah, never forget that. And 177 like the Jesuit Order. 177 and 201. And 93. Remember Thelema, Aleister Crowley. Yeah, a lot of that is, if you don't know, look up Aleister Crowley. Dark occultist guy. Again, don't be scared of the occult. Occult only means hidden. But, you know, I'm not going to say follow what he was doing ritualistically with his type of rituals and seances and doing some fucked up shit. I mean, I ain't read all the know-how and I don't know all the coup, but I'm just saying. I know I don't need to read some shit to already know that's going to be some super duper fucked up individual if obviously they're going to implement other people's stuff and things that they found along the way and through the ages. But a big part of this Thelema stuff, which comes from Aleister Crowley, and they worship the number 93, hence why it's funny. Well, hence why they tell you the sun's 93 million miles away, but we know the sun's just there, yin and yang like the moon. They tell you, if you look up when Jesus crucified, think about it. If you're not up to speed, I'm quickly saying this. Sorry. If you're not up to speed and I'm saying this, fantastic. If you heard me say this a million times, just switch off for like 30 seconds. But anyway, apparently Jesus gets crucified on the 93rd day of the year, which is April 3rd. Christ or Jesus Christ equals 43. Again, April 3rd, the 93rd day of the year. And they tell you the sun is so big and you're so small, which is just to make you feel insignificant in the midst of the cosmos, right? And the all-seeing eyes type of thing is looking down on you. Doesn't mean you have to be into scripture or any prolific scripture stuff that's out there, but it's just to fuck with your psyche and take you off your spiritual equilibrium to make you more susceptible to the governing bodies, right? Very simple. And the joke is, again, they say he gets crucified between the hours of 9 and 3. The word crucifix equals 93, like the words God's son equals 93. I mean, give me a break. Really? It's so big, you're so small, it's so far. Nothing ever comes between the 93 million miles and 93 million miles away. Really? Really? But you're telling me we're getting all these perfect eclipses, but then when you actually know how eclipses work, you know it's not the body of the fucking earth that's fucking causing the shadow. Duh. Especially when you look at certain types of eclipses. What's the one called? Begins with S. Not Celelima. Some shit like that. Yeah? When you know what you're looking at, or you actually do the homework and you get out of the construct of what they've been teaching you and drumming into your brain before you even had a chance to even think, you know, you got Globe on the TV and you're watching a children's program, there's a Globe in the side, go to school, nursery, etc. It's just Globe, this, you know what I mean? Then they just give you the whole bullshit heliocentric model, which don't make no fucking sense with all the speeds, hurling, corkscrewing at breakneck speed, 66.6 thousand miles an hour going around the sun. And it slows down and speeds up in an elliptical orbit. So it's like an oval shaped type of orbit. It speeds up, slows down about 2,500 miles an hour. You don't feel anything. You don't see no different stars if you're on the other side of the fucking sun. Make it make sense, people. As I always break down quickly, and I'm going to close with that and keep it moving. Passive income. So think about the liberty, right? Cost of living, lockdown, all the inflation, all the fuckery that they do. Cyber attacks making you think that there's no food that should be at the store, but they're the ones causing the no food and the drought. There's no drought with the food. It's just them doing fuckery, right? But then think about how much money taxpayers pay just for NASA. So obviously all the other ones, because SpaceX is government, really. You know, it's not, oh, it's just, oh, Elon coming along. He's a billionaire. No, shut up. It's not. He's a Jesuit scumbag. So you've got NASA, India, Eurospace Agency, of course, the ESA, right? So Eurospace Agency, China, Russia. Think about it. So again, just go with NASA alone. They get over 50 million taxpayers' money a day to give you nonsense and cartoons and fanciful ideas. Oh, we're going to go to Mars. Oh, we're going to go back to the moon. We haven't been back for 50 years. These times, how fast and how we've gone at light years for technology in comparison to how they're going to go, oh, we can't build that technology again. If you don't know, you can find alleged astronauts, because you know they're actonauts, they're not going anywhere. One of them called Don Pettit. Oh, it's we've lost that technology to go to the moon, and it's hard to make that technology again. What? Really? Think about all the backward engineering that you can do with stuff, whether it's from insects, you know, you can backward engineer stuff from the human body. Again, the engine of the car is the heart, speaker is the fucking ears, camera's the eye. What are you saying? Look at how far technology has come. And you mean to tell me, and if you haven't done it, go and Google right now. Google the lunar module, what landed on the moon, and be sure to zoom in and look at the paper mache kitchen foil. You're telling me that went through, what's the belt called again? The radiation Van Allen belt. You know how much heat that is? You're telling me that went through the Van Allen belt 249,000 miles to the moon and back. While they give you cost of living and lockdown, digital ID, and mug you off. Oh, 6'9". Oh, I'm not Chuck Norris is covering. Oh, it must be true. You know, I haven't got time, or my brain hasn't got the capacity to break the mold. Even though I came across Audio Oracle Zombieland's video, you know, I think he needs to take his meds. That one, I was almost going to leave him a comment. You know what I mean? Fucking buffoon. This is the fucking problem. And then nobody can be bothered to just do the simple homework or just a simple actual fact check. Yeah, not the bullshit fact check from these scumbags. Oh, we're fact checking because he left a comment. Oh, let's go and arrest him. He left 30 words to do with, you know, migrants, or, you know, oh, he doesn't like Keir Starmer. He said, suck his mum. Fucking hell, they're going to abseil through Audio Oracle's window any minute. You know, you've had too much to think. Hello, hello, hello. Absolutely from my window like some blood clot Rainbow Six SWAT team. Any minute now, because his shadow's outside. I'm counting on it. Any blood clot minute. Yeah, they're scumbags, bruv. Right, what's this one here? Hold on, let me show this. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Much love for you being here today again. Hope you're having a great Friday, end of the week, and all that jazz. Whatever you're up to. Since yesterday with the winter solstice. Again, happy winter solstice since yesterday, the 21st of December. Again, I'm not into Christmas, but of course, you know, you can give gifts and do shit. You know what I mean? Obviously. You know what I mean? Have a few cheeky ones. And, you know what I mean? Bubble shuffle and guan. But yeah, man. Season greetings and all that. Right. Great science fiction. I'm telling you, family. I'm telling you. Right, what's this one say? Them man had some once in a lifetime technology. Not to mention all the rest. Was the moon landed on a 201 as well? Was it on a 201? Was it like July 20th or June 20th? 201st day of the year. Some shit like that. And then you had the fake moon photo. Remember we did that when the guy died about a year ago? And the name of the photo, what was it called again? Earth Horizon? I can't remember what it was called. But the name, but they called the picture, it equaled to a 1. Then from the guy's death to when he allegedly took that picture, which was in the month of around now. I think it was Christmas Eve, if you look it up. Yeah, when they took it allegedly from the moon, you know it was in a fucking a movie basement, you know, Stanley Kubrick, Disney and whatnot, accompanied by the dark, nasty MK Ultra scientists that they brought from World War II. Go figure. But yeah, it was all 201s all over the gaff. I said, look at this. 201 special. And of course, what was it again? Oh, I'm trying to remember the cancer thing now. Because the moon, basically cancer, because you know you got the celestial bodies that go with the star signs, and the moon goes with Cancer. And when was it? It was in Cancer, and of course 1969. And what does Cancer's sign look like? A 6 fucking 9. All right. I mean, go figure. And we're not talking about 6 9. You know, we've already dispatched his buffoonery and Traploros, aka Craploros. If you're there, Craplof, you can join the stream. You know, I'm waiting. You're not blocked. You ain't smoke out of pocket or nothing. Get me? If you're somebody like Cutswan who's in my thumbnail and my profile pic, any people like that, as long as you're on point, I don't mind banter. But you see, when you come and you're talking about child molester and Zach, such a like what? Listen, man. No. You've had one too many chances. Blocked. See you later now. Yeah, you're gonna have to come back on a different account or do some shit, chat shit, then you get blocked again. It's very simple. I've blocked you from certain chats that I might go in. If I go into Chaotic Truth, blocked you in there. I don't need to see you anymore. But the only thing I may do, I will have this thumbnail on and I'll join the stream when you're chatting shit, and I'll come on to say one thing. And can you guess what that's going to be? Go wash your dirty mouth about your online spending time and dedication chatting shit. Why don't you dedicate your time to get a dental plan, maybe get some turkey teeth, do motherfucking something, fool. Get that power scrub, the power scrub, the Fast and Furious power scrub. We call it the Yak Mouth 3000. We call it the Yak Mouth 3000, yeah? Go wash him out, not him out, boy, fool. Again, no woman's gonna want that mouth caressing neck, breasts, and certain places, yeah? Not no woman in her right mind, anyway. All right, sunshine, so... Suit it out! All right, I'm not into Christmas Eve, bro, to be honest. On my own, this one, all right. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do it in the month of January, though. I was gonna do it now, but I'll wait for some sales and get a sexy bargain. But I need to jump back into some gaming and a bit of VR. I've been saying it forever, to be fair, but it is that time. I was gonna order something today, but I said, you know what? Let me reserve. He just reserve. Let me reserve and wait. You know, sometimes when you fast up yourself, you're like, oh shit, next week coming. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna sell now. Fuck. And talking about sales, Yakmouth, you just missed Black Friday. I'm gonna have to change the price that I've got on the picture there. $89, it got reduced from $3.79. Yeah, it's not Black Friday week again to go with your black, nasty, yellow, moldy mouth, dotty mouth, yeah? You missed on your Black Friday weekly deal, family. Well, not family, but, you know, because I can't call you that. Yeah? Yeah, you idiot. And you picked the wrong one. Same for your twin fool called the End Is Near with the tower situation that I body bagged in with. He said, oh, what does that say? It should be 301 then, isn't it? Because it was 3 towers that came down. Yeah, it was 3 buildings. 2 are towers, not 3. You idiot. They resurrected the Freedom Tower via the 2 towers, not Building 7. Moron. And as I said, how tall is the building? What's it, 1,776 to go with what? I mean, you live in America, you should know better than me. What are you saying? I'm chatting shit. They're not doing, even if it's mild symbolism, paying homage, but, you know, Declaration, Freedom of America. Hello? You live there, yeah? You fucking idiot. Well, you're just making numbers up, man. They didn't build it that high for that. You're putting numbers at your backside, man. He's the type that will come and say, I'll write something or say something. Oh, your grammar's rubbish. Or, you know, like they will do nonsense, tick for tat, nothing even about what we're talking about and then try and like gaslight you and get you bent out of shape. You know what I mean? So you gotta be mindful with these fools. Play with them if possible. And that's why I love this type of situation, because I can flip it on his head now because I've just body bagged you and I can laugh at you. And you're a thief as well. Your end is now, as I explained in that video. Go and watch the video. Yesterday or the day before I put it up, or maybe a couple of days before that. I don't know. It was this week. Yeah, because somebody let me know how the community helped him when he was homeless. So imagine he got helped. And even if you got grievance and you want to say push back about the numbers, I know you don't agree, that's cool. But don't go out of pocket and start calling people child molesters. Why are you phoning up people's girlfriends at work? Not that that was you, I don't think. Maybe you did it as well. You know, your twin Yuckmouth did that. But you know, my point is, look how you're dealing with people now. The same community that gave you some aid, yeah? So anyway, Trapdoor Ross Boy, he has a tattoo of, yes, of King Von. He idolizes these guys. Grown-ass man. Again, I'm not saying that maybe you can't have, like, I don't know. I'm not saying each to their own. I'm basically saying each to their own. I'm not saying that you can't have a tattoo of Muhammad Ali, or, you know, there might be some whatever statue, whether it's Greek, Egyptian, you know, like some shit, you know, you might like some Sphinx or something, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't do a thing, but it's just like, when you just seem like such a culture vulture, it's like, and as I say, I'm not saying that he was a plant to begin with. Maybe he might be a plant more so now. If anything, that's what maybe I maybe would go with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say he was a full-on plant from get-go. I'd say maybe, but who knows? Who knows? You know, who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? Because it is crazy though to get that tattoo slapped on. And as I said to him, this community showed that he was gonna die before he died. I've said that to Trapdoor Ross, of course. You know, he's not made no video or anything. Oh, actually, let me look at what these lot are saying about boom, boom, boom. With all this investigating that he's doing. Same with Dave, that singer, D4VD. Like, look what we've done, and we haven't even done no follow-ups. The numbers that we did since that Celeste, was it Rivas Hernandez? Is it Rivas? Celeste Rivas Hernandez? I'm sure that's her name, the girl. You know, rest in peace again. We've already done justice, sweetheart. Yeah, it's just a shame it's not official because we know how the system works, and a lot of, whether it's the judges, maybe sometimes even the jury, a big batch of the police, and of course satanic industries, they're all going to be tied into satanic oaths, tied in heavily. All right, just like that time when they kicked up, what was that black guy, what was his name, Tyree something, it was Tyre, I can't remember his last name. A couple of years ago, no more than 2, made a big video about it in America, and it was the black police officers, they kicked up a black guy, and it was so obvious when you realize the type of the branch of police that they're involved with, Fraternal Order of Police. Yeah, just look at the symbolism when you Wikipedia, Fraternal Order of Police, and straight away you realize all they're doing is just making sure that they keep up, you know, the certain anxiety, a certain this and that for the communities, you know what I mean? While they get away with just taking liberties and fuckery, you know? Purposely, by design, they're scumbags. Right, let me change this tune. It's been going for a while. Let's play this one. Right, comments say. Oh, have I got any? Oh, I ain't got one yet. I'm waiting for her. I need to get out of her in a minute. I need to go out the road. I'm waiting for a text. Yeah, he's a part 100%. Right, desperate for some sort of masculine figure in his life, bruv. We say Costello. I see it, bruv. Yo, I see it, man. As I say, next level culture vulture, man. Because as I say, if you was really, you know, really a good person, you would not be ignoring my messages. Doesn't mean you have to big me up. You know, you would take it on board yourself. You'd be like, wow, even if you don't go balls deep on it, but you'd be like, wow, guys, check this out. Boom, 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 boom. Very simple. You know what I mean? Even if you don't put it all together like I'm doing it, you can use the video. You don't even have to include me. Just go through this person's video here. You don't even have to say my channel. Why aren't you showing the people the construct of what we're living in and how, you know what I mean? Like how it's working and how we getting mugged off. You know, how many people's gonna buy his next mixtape or album? You know, 6ix9ine or his next flipping concert. Imagine if they knew better. You're gonna still have some. Oh, I don't care. I like his music. You know what I mean? You're gonna have some, but at least there should be a decent body. But I say that, but then rhetorically, I would still expect maybe 10% care. The other 90%, yeah, man, I don't care. You know what I mean? Because they're so entranced in the madness, and they're so comfortable, or they don't realize how comfortable they are in their bubble wrap of lies and comfort. You know, the bubble wrap of lies and comfort, like, you know, how it's been made for them. And especially now Gen Z and all this type of stuff, and other generations as well, before and after. But you know, it's fascinating to just know what's actually going on in the psyche of people and all of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, breath. Right. Yeah, he's a plant now. 100%. Yeah, definitely now. I lie. I mean, he's been on Adam 22. Clearly, he's a satanic Mason. I mean, it's even in his actual name, Grand Mason, Adam 22. You know, he's got suspicious PDF child situation, Freddy Krueger files going on. Hello. You know, I mean, look how we broke down the timing of what's that culture vulture from the UK? The other one might even be related to Trapdoor Ross. You know what I'm talking about? The rape situation from 1983. What's his fucking name? And when he speaks, he sounds so stupid. He's very old now. He just turned 68. And we know rape equals 68, rapist 83. Tim fucking Westwood. Did you not see my video recently with that? I mean, come on, man. Look at the timing of this. And even if it is organic or not, just note the numbers. It's amazing. Once you notice the sequence of events and the numbers behind it and what's around people and what attracts and what's not attract, you know what I mean? The perp or the recipient, or you don't have to be one of those situations. But as I say, what you into, what you like, what you dislike, your hobbies, what you don't do, you know what I mean? It's fascinating. And then you start to realize, wow, you're not here by accident, how you're polarized in nature. But I think with our free will, I think we have I know we have, I don't think we have the ability to, you know, be true alchemists of self through the mind. That's why if they catch your mind and they know how powerful your mind is, and you're all up in their bullshit. Like, think about the attention span of Apple, new phone, this thing, that thing, oh, Samsung, oh, fucking, you know, new fucking BMW, fucking, oh, that's the new trend. Oh, what's this new TikTok? Oh, they're doing this new shuffle move with their foot. You know what I mean? We've got the mums and even the grandmas doing it. Oh, let me go outside and clap for the NHS in lockdown, COVID. Oh, I'm clapping like a fucking seal. Can't get to work, let me get my booster because I already had my jab, but they said, oh, that's not good enough, I need to get another 2 boosters. I've got a colleague though, his one didn't go too well. He's having some weird heart palpitations. Fuck me, I'm kind of lucky. You know, like, there's going to be workers are going to be side thinking, oh shit, even if they ain't gone balls deep in XYZ, there's going to be certain workers, they're going to be like, fuck, I took the jab. They have no inkling of what's actually going on, but they're going to be like, shit, you know, this other person, my colleague, he had a bad reaction. Oh shit, my manager, he died. You know what I mean? Because that's all been going on. Fucking hell, man. Jesus. Like, what? That's what I always say. At this stage, nothing is going to wake them up. It is going to be like, there's so many things on a grand scale that has happened. You know, this year alone, not to mention all the connectors, tentacles that go into XYZ and chain of reaction. And like, these people are never going to wake up. It doesn't matter how much Netflix shows they get that's showing you, oh, that's going to happen. There's going to be a power cut. There's going to be something else, right? All the woke media. Hopefully that finishes soon. Fucking hell. Hopefully right there. Well, I don't think it's ever going to finish because it's crazy now. They're doing it on purpose because they want the loss of identity, you know, as I explained before, right? They want people not thinking that you should be in the body you are. And I'm not saying that people or the odd person can't feel that way, but I'm saying if it's rammed down your throat, with all these movements, all this, you know, I'm not saying you can't have XYZ in TV shows. Obviously, there's somebody, right? You're going to have an actor that's, you know what I mean, gay or transgender, what, like, cool, all right, cool. But the way they're shoving it down your throat, and not only that, the amount of mediocre bullshit storylines, and you know it's on purpose. And I don't have to say Marvel or, you know what I'm saying, right? Predator, Badlands, it's like, I mean, come on. You may as well have had the fucking deck. You may as well have had him fucking painting his Predator nails. Putting a nail varnish to Ross Clark. Hands and foot. Hands and foot. Put his dreadlocks in a blood clot hairnet or something. You know what I mean? Like, put it in 2 buns. He's got predator buns. Yo, let me get back to these comments, man. Fuck, you know. Yeah, he's a plant 100%. I said that one. What's this one? Yeah, he gets gas when he finds his favorite rapper. So you're right, I'm telling you. Traplo Rossi promotes so much death. Like, fucking hell. And as I always say, I'm not saying that, because, you know, you've got your reptile part of the brain, the left side, and, you know, they're counting on that blowing up or magnifying, right? And you don't know why it's spiking out of control because you have no idea, right? So once they get you like that fight or flight mode, you know what I mean? Reptile side of the brain, or get rich or die trying, you know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell. And as I'm saying, just like, say, a martial art or something. For example, I'm probably going to do other hypotheticals, but, you know, I've said this before, but not that many times, but I'll quickly say it again before we get to the next comment. Shout out to Callum. Boom. Yeah, of course, I might attach myself to one odd drill song or one odd something or what, you know what I mean? But obviously, I know I'm not going to carry out X, Y, Z, right? But what I'm going to is, the reason why I spoke about martial arts briefly or boxing or just whatever the case may be, basically, it's okay to kind of do things vicariously, because obviously you train to fight, but obviously you don't really want to kill somebody. It's, you know what I mean? So to speak, you know what I mean? So my point is, yeah, it is better to be vicarious through the song, you know what I mean? Rather than, oh shit, I've got agreements with something or fucking whatever, and in 2-2s, you don't realize all the bad food, the programming, you watch too many shows and movies with stabbing in there. Now 2-2s, you're pissed off magically, somebody at your work, or now you're going into work, you know, or school, you're packing something now, or just a sharp instrument, don't have to be a blade per se, you know what I mean? So think about how the sequence of events could occur, you know what I mean? And that's what's been happening. Because a program, your mind is programming and getting programmed by a lot of shit, music, TV shows, news. Unless you're mindful and have somewhat of a filtering system, you're fucked. You're fucked. Yeah. Again, yeah, there's plenty of people, man, you could promote. At least have a balance. And be like, yeah, man, you know, this is a conscious rapper here, and he's not out. You know what I mean? Why is he just honed in on, oh, I'm going to fly to America, I'm walking through the hood. I see him on another video the other day, Trap, oh, he's in the hood, walking through. Saying you can't do your thing, but look at the repercussion of what the fuck you're doing. You're fucking up a lot of minds. That's why I say, at least come with balancement. So then obviously, you know, you can't say everybody, you can't preach like I'm, you know, doing a little preaching right now. I'm just saying what I'm saying, even though I'm not preaching or ranting, I'm just talking, but you know what I mean? Obviously, you can do something without saying it, and obviously, you may or may not know that you are doing it. You know, you could do a 50-50 thing, oh, I'm into that. That's a bit more darker, but, you know, you're giving a bit of, you know, the yin and yang, you know what I mean? Darker, the white side, yin and yang, black, white. So, you know, it would go a long way for certain people that are getting so much traction, so many views. Obviously, it will help the mind stimulus of the people. You know, oh, well, maybe I should check out that conscious tracker. What's his name? Let me write it down. Shit, SoundCloud's still a thing. What else is he on? Beat Camp, all right, boom, or Bandcamp, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you doing that? You're not shining light on those people. When there's a world of them, I'm pretty sure. You know, but they don't get the spotlight. Oh, I'm gonna. Was it NLE Chopper? Man. Jesus, what's that one's name? Something the Slump God, you know, Triple X Tekashi, you know, his friend Slump God. Fucking hell, what are you saying? Leaving people slumped in the car when you fucking shoot them in the head and you're robbing them, carjacking or something? Like, what the fuck, man? And as I say, then they come from, you know, a fucked up fucking, you know, where they're coming from, right? And then they get a little fucking break inside. They're like, right, you know what? Let me do that NDA. Let me sign this contract. Let me now, you know, either be who I am and amplify the character, and or I'm going to add these additionals that I have to now because I'm in this contract thing with, you know, whatever, you know, whatever the record labels are, you know, UK, USA, or whatever, yeah? And then now you got the domino effects of all the kids coming up that don't know better. Remember, the devices are bringing up the kids. The kids have already been fostered by the system. You know, as I always say, it's not, the kids don't have to be literally fostered for them to be living at home with the parents, but the devices, that's what's bringing them up. The TikTok's bringing them up, yeah? Not the parents. Two's now the parents can't control them, you know, all the E numbers in the food, all the fuckery, you don't know why your child's got ADHD, you've been eating a bag of shit, you didn't realize all the shit in the small print and all that shit you've been eating for how many years, that's, you know, giving you less life. But even though you're just waking up day to day, right? You're not thinking about, oh yeah, that shit fucking cereal or that fucking frosty snack bar or that bullshit food that I ordered the other day. You ain't like, yeah, all that shelf life fucked up food. All they do to the food to make it look pretty for you, but these times the animals are in some nasty fucked up condition. You know what I mean? A whole bag of fucked up shit on their leg, cancer's growing, some other shit growing. You know? Are they gonna cut that bit out, or they cut that bit off but give you the rest of the chicken, but they cut off the leg, but you don't know there was a leg still attached to the blood vessels, it was still, you know what I mean? think about what I'm saying to you. Yeah? And then they pump up the food, the chicken's only so many weeks old, they can't walk. Them times I'm licking my lips like, oh, you know what? If I could do with some hot wings. I don't want to get the hot wings. These times I've been vegetarian for 3 years, but then now I'm just all over the gaff. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Pescatarian, we know they fuck up the fish. It don't matter what you go to, they get you. Yeah? So if you're a full vegan or what, they're gonna get you. The chemtrail, the rain, it rains, it pours into your pores of your skin and your precious children. Then it's also pouring into what the animals are eating, right? The greens, the fun of the grass, this, the hay. Then you're eating the meat. Yo, these people, man, they're a bad mind, bro. Yeah. What's that one? He needs a link up with Costello for sure. What's this one, man? Yeah, man, I wouldn't worry about him. Yeah, of course not, man. A guy like him would never spread the right message. Exactly. Yeah, Westwood. Exactly. Westwood was the one. Yeah, boy. Yeah, what am I drinking right now? I saw it in the shop and I was like, oh, them times I'm gonna buy no more drinking. I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen this before. Now I'm not a drinker. Right? I drink, you know, neither here nor there to be fair. But I thought, you know what? Let me get a little, you know, KA. You know the KA drink? You know the kind of yardie drink, if you know what I'm talking about, right? But they've got it now ready in the can with rum, 6%. They've got the carnival twist. They had the other one there. They had the fruit punch. They had the pineapple. I said, oh, let me get a quench. It tastes all right still. Got half a can left. It's like one of the slim cans, if you know what I'm on about. You know, the already made ones that you get with Malibu or whatever. It's that type of can, slender, small. But yeah, man. All right. Right, I'm gonna get out of here. I may not be back later on. If I don't see ya, I'll see you when I see ya. Maybe, who knows? I might not be back until the actual New Year, which is, remember, winter solstice the 21st, and then spring equinox March 21st down to April 1st. That is the new year. April 1st is actually the new year. So if you didn't know that, do your homework, wake up. April is actually the new year, yeah? Spring. Think about it, not hard, not rocket science. Pretty obvious. And the tax year, you know, they're all about money. The tax year starts April 1st. And you know they're all about money. And that's why they want to track you every which way, mate. Remember, one of the other languages that people don't already realize, it is numbers. I'm pretty sure most countries, is the numbers still not the same? You might be talking some next Spanguala, whatever the language is, right? But I'm pretty sure the numbers are still the fucking same numbers, like 1, 2, 3, etc. Is it still not the same numbers? The dominations or whatever, you know, when you get your change or whatever, you know, it's like 20,000 yen, you know, in China, it's still number 2, still got a 0, 20,000 yen. Yeah? Again, social media's numbers, banking is numbers, computer works with numbers, zeros and ones. And of course, you've got quantum computing and all that type of stuff going on now, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, they're getting up to another level now with the computing to get certain answers quicker and conclusions. Right? Think about Hitchhiker's Guide, right? We're saying they're trying to make a quantum computer like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He said the answer is number 42, right? In that movie. I need to rewatch that movie. few things that go with 42, like Freemason, but there was something else I'm forgetting just now. But yeah, so yeah, numbers, man. And again, the alleged thing from the you-know-whos, which they follow to do this code, which is implemented through the systemic system that they've erected. The common belief is God speaks the world into existence over numbered days. The old name for God in Hebrew is tetragrammaton, key part grammar. Speaks the world into existence. Grammar, thought to manifestation. Words create worlds. And it's only an L that goes into the word world, and you got world. Think about Elohim, L. Think about it now, it's not hard. I think there's something to this. Fibonacci, mitosis in the room. It's flower of life, all right? So, all right, I need to get out of here. And quick one from yours truly. Man, I really want to play some of my new stuff. I need to get my skates on now and sort it out. I started doing some of the old tips and tricks with what was I doing again? Oh yeah, I was adding some side chains and all of that stuff, like so certain sounds duck behind the kick and the snare and stuff like that. But with this particular song, I need to put the beat into like the fruity beat slicer just to make sure everything is knocking around, Metatron. Was it Metatron? Like the click sound. Not that I really ever use that, but I'm saying so everything is in extra sexy. Because I find I have some troubles just making sure sometimes that everything is nicely sitting in the flush, Who's that in the comments? Who's that? Yes. Trap law is a crown. Oh, clown. Shout out to King Richard, man. Big up. You want to come up here quickly? Chop it up for 2 minutes. I'm waiting for a text though, so I do need to go, King Richard. But if you want to come up quickly, let me know, man. I'll put the link for you, man. Because I know you're a content creator, so you're all good to come up and quickly chop it up. Yeah, I updated the picture. If you notice now, the hand now goes over his chin and a tiny bit over his lip. And if you look at what's his name's hair, you will see now the lighting's back on his hair. So basically, I went to the actual movie screenshot and I readjusted it. So I put the hand back over. I stretched part of his thumb so it kind of looks like it's going over the chin across his jawline. And then I put the lighting back at the top part of Sylvester Stallone's head. If you want it, I'll drop it in the. I'll put it on the community. I'll put it on the community wall post after the stream for you. Yeah. I was going to put it in earlier, but I was like, I don't want to overdo it. But if you want it, obviously it's there. It's not a problem. If you want to join the stream, let me know, man. Oh yeah, playing a quick song from me. Played it a bazillion times. It's the one with Dave Chappelle. The famous comedian. He's another shit cunt. Get that boy some toothpaste. Get him some toothpaste.
That's bullshit. People are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. Maybe the environment is a little sick. That's bullshit.
All right, we quickly play this one. What I started the show with earlier. Another one from yours truly, track entitled Homesick. Yeah, this is a nice little groove, man. Again, shout out to my liquid drum and bass massive. If you don't know, go figure.
charming in the hood. I've been tapping into memory, the misunderstood. I've been vibing, I've been minding, I've been riding crash conscious. Ego kinda big now, slightly obnoxious. In a loop with a zoo every day. I'm a loose, selfish on my terms, cause I've been given, been kind, been silly, been blind. Now I'm tired of what you say, what you got from me. Life's a game of nothing, so obviously I roll the dice, play nice, fly high, starry-eyed, worldwide dreaming. Find the life meaning, believing in anything that keeps my soul feeling. My freedom's extreme, and I need this knowledge, yeah, I borderline feed it. The universe connection and the weed help me feed it. In my body, in my soul, exploding, I know. Round we go. But never really find a place to even call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place to even call home.
Yeah, that Andrew Tate fight was appalling. Yo, that was crazy.
I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing, I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit. It's some illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing when I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit. It's some illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day we searching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place to breathe and call home. And every day we searching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing, man, I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit. It's some illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place to breathe and call home.
All right, we'll round off with this quickly. It's me having a quick little DJ mix, played it a few times. I really need to cut out some of my other mixes so I can, put up a little 10, 20 minutes on here. But I'm yet to do that. But anywho, shout out to all the producers as always and all the lovers of liquid drum and bass because I fucking love it. A quick 8 minutes of some dreamy tracks and some nice mixes from me, man, DJ and ting. Oh, you mean? I'm so sorry. And if you don't know, trust me, the B-line is about to get absolutely naughty in a minute, yeah? So hold tight. It starts off nice and soft. Yes, big up Callum again for passing through, man. Much love, and again, have a good one, man. Season greetings. And once again, happy winter solstice, fella. Big ups. Catch you on the rebound. Love, wholeness. I think that's kind of still around though, like that kind of UK bass house or like the bassy garage. I don't know if it falls into, no, it's not like speed garage, but there is like I'm trying to remember the actual name of it. It's like a subgenre that took off. I remember I saw it maybe about 4 months ago, I was downloading this specific type of house and garage, but it's like Stumpy, but it comes under house and garage in the UK, but I can't remember. I think it's just baseline. I think it is just baseline house. Yeah, I think it is baseline. Can't remember the guy's name though. Oh man, it's a couple bangers. But yeah, trust me, bro. The Liquid has got all of that. Naughty baseline, everything. Yeah, no pre-recorded sets with me, brother. I learned to mix on Technics 1210s, basically. Yeah, from back in the day. So from belt drive to direct drive, and of course I've moved with the times from controllers, this thing, that thing. I haven't had much time with CDJs, to be fair. So I know there's a slight different technique to use them. And when I tried to use them one time, and it was actually on the radio station, oh my God, I couldn't mix. These sounds like a mix blindfolded. With or without headphones, it doesn't matter. Because now you've got so much readout, you know what I mean? With, you know, you can see like the graph or the spectrum, you can see the music, you know what I mean? Like you've got all this indication so you can see shit, so you can beat match, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't do pre-records. I do pre-record sets because I like to find stuff meticulously. So then each tune, there's like an order of goodness to the tunes. You know what I mean? Obviously, I can freestyle mix and record, but I do prefer, if it's a mix that I'm going to listen to over and over again for eternity, I like to know that each tune that's going to come in is just going to be, naughty. Yeah? As you can hear and witness right here. Yeah? Yeah, I can mix everything, man. And sometimes I will make a liquid drum and bass mix or an hour set, but in that set, you'll probably hear 2 lo-fi tunes, a rap beat or a song from fucking, what is that one? What is that tune? Black Illuminati. That sounds sick with the right drum and bass tune. Trust me, it sounds naughty. Ugh. And yeah, some people that haven't got like the air to easily mix other genres because they don't realize, it's actually the same tempo sometimes, you know what I mean? So you might need a tiny bit of adjustment, whatever, slower or faster, but you know, nothing crazy. It's not gonna sound like some fucking, you know, chipmunk or something if it's too fast, you know what I mean? But I suppose you got key lock anyway. You know about key lock, right? So it's all good. Once again, big up King Richard TV. Excuse me. Big up King Richard inside the building, yeah? That sounds absolutely naughty. What? And the other thing I love to do as well, man, it's not really highlighted on that mix that you just heard. For it was only 8 minutes. It was cut out from a proper hour set or whatever. But there's certain mixes when you flip and switch the bass. Like when you find the two tunes and it's got sexy corresponding bass, and when you flip them switches or do the knobs and that, it just when you listen back to it, it's like oh. And then obviously you can hit the filter in and that, so it sounds like when you're toilets. That's what we used to call it back in the day, because when you go in the toilets, it sounds muffly. But yeah, man, I love doing all that shit, man. Filters and all of that. Yeah, man. But anywho, let's spread love and light. Hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer. And of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit. Catch you on the rebound. Maybe. Wholeness.